Kappa Hawaiian FM 100.3, 99.1, and online at kapparadio.com. And as promised today, we have a great conversation happening with Lester from Soldier to Soldier. Now, this is a real estate company that has a really amazing story. Aloha, Lester. Nice to meet you.
Aloha, how you doing? My name is Celeste. I'm here with my partner from High Five Lending, Sherry.
Hi.
Hi, you guys. Good to see you today. Aloha, Sherry. You know, tell me a little bit about High Five and what that's all about.
Oh, High Five is a loan company that was kind of developed from, I don't know if it's out of Soldier to Soldier, Hawaii, but the same mission of to save people money and to really educate people on things they don't know about loans. I mean, because a lot of times, what do we most think? Oh, can I afford the payments and how much down? So High Five goes into a little more details to kind of educate clients on really what they're paying for, and not just to be so concerned with how much money can they afford and how much they have to put down.
Now, tell me what sets Soldier up. Oh, go ahead, Sherry.
We just try to educate the client and make their process easy and smooth.
No one likes trouble nowadays, right?
You know what's really important though is that your story in Soldier to Soldier really stands out, and why it syncs up with this High Five program. Now tell us a little bit about why Soldier to Soldier stands out more than other real estate companies.
Because originally this thing was really developed about me. I'll tell you a quick story. The reason I came up with the $5,000 flat fee was because I was in the military 20 years. I retired, and I said, how do I do real estate and live the same lifestyle I was as I was in the military? So I knew I would be getting a pension from the Army, and I said, hey, I can easily do 2 deals a month at 10 grand a month, and my income in the military is about 15, 16,000 a month. So it's like, okay, that'll work for me, and I'm totally happy. So that's how the $5,000 arrived, and that's how I came up. It was originally about me, but it grew so fast and grew on to people so fast that it just kind of exploded from there.
Now, do you have to be in the military to be a part and to receive your services?
No, I don't know how many commercials I've had to redo just to emphasize. You don't have to be in the military. I actually go around to banks and a couple of my local friends say, hey, look, I need the most localist looking non-military person you can find to put in my commercial. So people realize it's not military only.
Now, how long have you guys been in business?
I've been in business 7 years, and High Five's been in business what?
1 year.
1 year now.
Awesome. But that's because I'm assuming the partnership with High Five, because of the demand, you folks really have seen some progress with that.
Yeah, just because the interest rates are so low. Of course, you know, during every pandemic, you go back and look at history, there's always a boom for some and a bust for others. And with all the historical low interest rates, I mean, refis and home buying has just been absolutely crazy. I mean, there's no inventory in Hawaii, and even across the United States, there's really no inventory. And the market's just gone crazy. I mean, you're getting multiple offers, way over asking prices. We're guaranteeing appraisal clauses.
Now, how is the current real estate market right now? You said something about, you know, some places are at the lowest prices, and we've actually seen, I mean, here on Hawaii Island, we are a destination spot here on Hawaii Island, any island really, but because we're so rural, and people are wanting to come to Hawaii and purchase a home. Are you currently still seeing that drive right now?
Oh, absolutely. I get calls all the time on the Big Island for refinances, as well as people calling, say, hey, I saw your commercial. Do you have anybody on the Big Island? So hopefully this education to people know why you that. Yes, we do have 2 agents on the Big Island. One's in Kona. What's the wet side? I'm having a memory lapse there. Hilo. Yeah. And one's in Hilo.
Yeah, so the west side is dry, the east side is wet.
Oh, got it. And don't stop in the middle if we're on Saddle Road.
No, don't stop on Saddle. No, so here's another question. How about a first-time home buyers? How could you help somebody as a first-time home buyer?
I'll let you answer that, sure. I don't do a lot of buyers. I do a lot of listings.
Yeah, for with high five lending, we allow people to make as low as 3% for the first home buyer, and we a lot of people like we waive their like mortgage insurance if they make more than 5%. So that's how the benefits for them. And also for with high five lending, and a lot of we have the appraisal waive ratio up to 65%. So that means 65% people they can get a appraisal waive for the purchase and the refinancing.
I just want to kind of piggyback off of that, if I may,
Yes.
also. And this is not knocking anything on the banks or anything like that.
Yes.
I kind of want to educate people on the difference between a bank and kind of what High Five is. High Five is a mortgage broker. So in other words, a bank literally sells you or have their programs.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of stuck to their restrictions and their costs and everything else. But with a mortgage broker, you have the opportunity to see several other competitors and everybody else, and you can shop around and find the best deal.
Got
We
it.
help the client to shop around to find the best deal for them.
Wow.
That's why sometimes if you're turned down by a bank, that may not be the end of the story. You may say, oh, I don't have to wait another 10 years or whatever the case may be. So a lot of people don't know that. They think all the lending is kind of the same, but it's a huge difference between a bank and a mortgage broker.
Now, not that it matters or anything, but a lot of the companies charge different fees. There's fees for everything. Fees for everything. Can you explain a little bit why that is?
You want the honest truth?
Well, Lester, I'm thinking you're going to get some business today. So you go ahead. I'm here.
I'll tell a quick story from this morning. I got a termite company. I won't call the termite company's name, but it sent my client a quote for a tinting. Of course, the tintings, we have termites and they got to cover your house. I've never seen a quote this high before. It was almost $5,000 to tint my client's house. And I sent the company a note back, said, hey, I've never seen a quote that high when the normal price with all the other competitors is half that price. I said, I know you guys use the same tint material, the same fumes and everything else. Why are you charging double than everybody else? Of course, they didn't never answer, but my point being is the old saying may not necessarily be true. You should do your research in the sense of people say what? Oh, you pay for what you get.
Right.
It's not necessarily true. You pay for what you know.
Got it.
The way I would apply to reframe that. And real estate's changed. It's not your grandmother's real estate anymore where we go has a stack of papers and everything else. So technology has made it a lot easier to find homes and sell real estate. So you shouldn't be paying the percentages and stuff like that. I mean, that's why I charge a flat fee also, because real estate's changed. It's really easy to market your home.
Now, can you tell me a little bit about that flat rate? I know we kind of talked about it in the beginning, but give me a little bit of information if I'm interested in purchasing a home and this flat rate idea.
We look mainly at selling. I focus on a lot of listings. Of course, buyers fall out. I do have buyers that I do give a rebate back to. Depends if they need help with that 3% or 5% down. Mm-hmm. Even though I am limited by the lender on what a agent can give you back. Mm-hmm. But my main focus on selling homes, and my flat fee is on the $5,000 on the listing side. So in other words, there's two sides to the transaction. Mm-hmm. There's a buyer's agent, and a lot of times clients say, "Oh, I got to pay the buyer's agent too." And I go back and ask them, "Did you pay the agent when you were buying?" They're like, "I don't remember." I'm like, "I'm almost positive you did." When you're selling, guess what? You have all the bills.
You've shed some light on some important concepts when it comes to real estate. Is there one thing that an average customer wouldn't even know about buying or selling?
Everything's negotiable.
Wow. Okay.
Everything's negotiable. Don't think because one person says, "Oh," I've had clients tell me, "Oh, this person said, oh, this is the standard." There's no standard in real estate. Whatever you can negotiate is the standard.
Wow, awesome. Okay.
That's why some people charge certain things, right, or they try to say there's more involved to it. But there is no law in Hawaii about what you can charge a person in the sense of percentages or flat rate or anything. I think that's probably the key thing people don't realize is everything's negotiable. And don't always just look at what you see is what you get.
I like it. Awesome. How
What you
can
know is what you get.
how
We're changing that.
how can people get more information, or maybe they're buying or selling, or they're a first time owner and they want more information about what you folks have to offer? How can we do that? You have a website or social media platforms?
Yeah, so we have a website, two separate websites, but we're on both each other's websites. So www.soldiersoldierhawaii.com is my website you can go to, or you can find me on social media, TV, radio, Starbucks, wherever you. If I can write it on a coconut tree, I'll write it out on a coconut tree. But pretty much, if you Google Soldier to Soldier, that's how you can pretty much find me. High Five Lennon, I'll let her tell you how she can get a hold of her.
So it's pretty much the same. You can Google us www.high5 HIGH 5 lending.com, and also you can find me on the social media like Facebook, Instagram, anywhere. Not a coconut. Yes.
So I got a coconut coming towards you.
I have coconuts galore here for you, Lester, whenever you guys are ready.
We can do a lava rock on the Big Island. I see a lot of lava rocks and stuff. Yeah, with the white, that's a good idea.
We may want to stay away from the lava rocks, but I have some coconuts for you.
Okay.
Have a great day, and thank you again for joining us on Couple Hawaiian FM. Aloha.
Aloha, and thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.